That's the spirit.
Now what's going on with these Vampire Diaries? Now what's going on with these Vampire Diaries? Now what's going on with these Vampire Diaries?
Oh, back again. Tell your co-workers, tell your friends. Now it's season 3, VPDs in 3D. Put on your glasses, turn on your TV. Steady standing Stelena. Ooh, Klaus in the house, troubles are brewing. What else can Catherine ruin? Call the MFPD, it's Ash and Petey. About to release more podcasts on the streety.
Where's Stefan? He gave himself over to Klaus to save his brother.
Slow it down. Sipping on vervain, swerving in my lane. Brother's bond in my vein, trying to kill the pain.
Just give me the cure, and I'll do whatever you want.
Hello, welcome to the Vampire Diaries, the Vampire Diaries podcast, where a guy is watching the series for the first time with a super fan who has seen every episode. I'm the titular Petey. Let's just say I put the Petey in Vampire. Please call me Pete, and I'm here with my co-host and co-parent Ash. Hey, Ash.
Hey, Pete.
What's up?
I'm chilling.
Ash, as you're hearing this, the title for the... In fact, you know what? I might have even said it on this podcast. I don't know.
I don't think you have.
I'm having a big title reveal tomorrow. Well, now, as you're listening to this.
Yeah.
We're recording this Wednesday. You're listening to it Thursday or beyond.
Or later, yeah.
So, the title for my third book in the Happenstances series is revealed.
Are you going to say it?
I think I will.
Say it.
A little treat for the listener.
Yeah.
Okay, so as we know, the first book in the series is called The Happenstances at the Yellow County Community
Swim and Racket
Club the summer before last. Oh my gosh.
Last time you asked me, I couldn't say the second one.
I truly was blanking on the first one. All right, and then the second one is The Happenstances at the Yellow County Community College a couple of semesters later.
Yes,
Book 2. And this third book, which will come out this year.
Woo. Woo. I'm more excited than how I sounded.
The Happenstances at the Yellow County Community Center the very next spring break.
What? And you officially start spring break right now.
It's true. I just finished a job, and now I'm on spring break for a couple weeks.
That's exciting.
Wow.
Spring break time is lining up. And you got a spring breaker shirt for our dog.
I did, and the episode tonight is called Break On Through. Wow. I did get a nice little t-shirt. It says Spring Breaker for our crazy dog.
But yeah, man, great title. Exciting book. I already read it. Mm-hmm. I love it.
No spoilers. It'll come out this year. I will pre-sale it via an Indiegogo or some sort of crowdfunding, and I'm going to need you dedicated listeners to buy that book. And
your support.
Also, I'm working on Horror from the High Dive Volume 2. Mm-hmm. That'll be out at some point also. Yeah. No title reveal there. That's what it's called.
Yeah. And you just named the first one Volume 1.
I did, yes.
So that's good that you followed through.
Yeah.
With Volume 2.
I had to do it.
Yeah, you guys got to check it out.
Hey, in the meantime, get those first 2 books in the series.
Yeah.
And get that Volume 1 of the Horror from the High Dive.
Yeah, because then you can read all 3 happenstances.
Oh my gosh, to be going into this summer and have 3 happenstances books ahead of you.
That's exciting.
That would be exciting.
But it's kind of like a little bit backwards because you would want to read the spring break one first. Spring break comes before summer.
Yeah.
You have to read it like start with 1 in the summer and then read 2. Take a little break
for the whole winter.
Yeah,
you read 2.
Yeah, read Horror from the High Dive in between, and then read Happenstances 3, the spring break one in the spring. Then you just repeat that every year.
Yes. Well, also that ties in to Horror from the High Dive Volume 2. I do have a secret about that I haven't revealed. There's a theme that kind of goes along with what you're talking about.
Ooh.
That reveal is for another day.
I was going to say that's a little secret, but no, that's a hint.
A tease.
A tease, yeah.
A hint. A tint. And a he's.
All right, you guys. I'm tired, so just knowing that my words might not be coming out very smartly.
Oh, they're always very smartly. We might do a quickie, but we must speak on this episode. Break on through Season 3, Episode 17.
Getting there.
Yep. A couple more eps of this season. Ooh. Can't wait to do the new theme song. Mm-hmm. Might work on that over spring break.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Got some lyrics written. Got a concept.
I like how I'm not really involved with the theme songs, and then all of a sudden you're like, listen to this, and it's just like, just so surprising.
Yeah, except you were around for the last one, and I had a concept at first, and it didn't work. And you were like, I'm out of here. And you went and like took a shower, did whatever you did, and probably like 2 hours later, I had several brothers bonds, and was just like,
You came up with a masterpiece.
I was just laughing into my mic with my headphones on.
Yeah, it's a process.
It's a process where you make progress.
Yeah, there we go.
Like a frog in a dress.
I like your shirt.
Yeah, I was going to kind of talk about this at the end, but we're both wearing Vampire merch items.
We can talk about the end also.
I will again, yes.
Yeah.
But let me just say up front, we're wearing the forbidden merch. So I put up like 8 designs or something, and one got taken down. And
originally.
No, now, this time.
Oh, it did?
So I put up...
I didn't know that.
I put up the logo that we're wearing, which is the Vampire Diaries real logo, but I put Petey instead of Pyre, I guess.
Yeah.
And when I put those up months ago, they got taken down. And then this time I put them up. I also put up just the straight up album art that you're seeing if you're listening to this podcast. That's the one that got taken down this time.
Really?
So that my album art got taken down. And then there's still... So when the album art got taken down, I took down this forbidden logo. So I bought some forbidden logo, as it will now be named, and then took it down. But there are still designs up that is not the proprietary font. It's all my creation. And so there's no reason for them to be able to take it down.
And you had said some people had already bought some merch. Do you know if they bought the forbidden stuff or not?
I actually forget, but the incredible person who bought a t-shirt and a sticker commented on Instagram.
Ooh.
They're a bookworm out there.
Nice.
And so I'm excited. I forget. I'll recheck to see if they got I hope they got the forbidden logo. I think they did not. I think they got the fangs and microphone.
The fangs and microphone are legit.
Yeah, I got some of that stuff too for us. But
anyways, we're here. We got our merch on.
Yep.
Merch on sounds like one word.
We're the merch on of Venice.
All right. Let's get into it, Pete.
All right, the cold open. Alaric is in the MRI. Meredith, Fell, and Elena are wondering what's going on. Are these medical or supernatural anomalies? That's what they say about me at the doctor also. Fell suspected it was Alaric who was doing the murders. After she heard about his ring, Samantha Gilbert had a ring, and she was also a murderess, right?
Yeah. And Meredith Fell knew about this.
And Fell wants to help Alaric. She's like, I just want to help Alaric. Like, that's her reason. I was like, good reason. I mean, usually that wouldn't be allowed in a TV show. It'd have to be like, she has a secret.
Like their own, like, selfish motive.
Yeah, but she's like, I want to help him.
Yeah.
Weird close-ups of Alaric's face over and over. I didn't get what was going on at first, but then his face was looking back at him all mean. Like the mirror image wasn't his image anymore. Right.
But yes, that is what was happening. I will not talk more about him, but I will say gave me some flashbacks of when I had my own MRI. And it's scary in there. And I feel like even if you're not secretly murdering people, you still started freaking out in there no matter what. But he had like a mirror.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know if that would be better or worse. I don't know. I'd get my eyes closed the whole entire time.
I wouldn't want a mirror because I'd be like, ooh. Because also that's like an angle your chins are all popping or something. I know. Like, I don't want a mirror there. All right. I was like, okay, the cold open ended, and I was like, did Alar change in the MRI? Kinda. I mean, he at least...
He's had his reflection looking at him.
Yeah. Also, I said MRI, more like TMI. I don't want to know all that. Just kidding. I'm just saying that now. I didn't even write that. All right. He's mad. He doesn't think he did the murders. He's like, either I did the murders, or either I didn't do the murders, or I went insane and did the murders.
Right.
It's like...
He's like, no, I didn't do them. There's no way. Or he's like, well, maybe I actually did because I lost my mind.
Yeah, maybe I'm insane. He doesn't want the ring anymore. Damon comes in, says Alaric looks terrible. Elena isn't talking to Damon. Is mad that Damon went out feeding with Stefan. The boys went out feeding. See?
Elena saw them bite one person's neck for 2 seconds, and she calls it going out feeding on blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, like, but also...
Relax.
No, when Stefan is all H for B with the blood just dripping out of his mouth, he does look scary and weird.
It's just falling. His mouth's just open.
Yeah, because we talked about it probably tastes gross.
Yeah, you don't want to swallow it.
Unless it tastes really good.
No way. Even if it tasted good, it's too much in your mouth.
Yeah. Whatever it is probably doesn't have a subtle taste. Like,
no.
It could be like maraschino cherry juice or something, and you'd be like, ooh.
Yeah, it's still too much.
Too sweet. What's in a Shirley Temple?
Yeah. Cherries.
Grenadine.
Oh, yeah.
Could be grenadine. Could be straight grenadine. Man, put some grenadine in some Brothers Bond. Would that be good?
Yeah, I feel like they might have a recipe for it. Because they have recipes to go with their drinks.
I made something like that. Oh, I just used food coloring.
Oh, yeah. That doesn't give the taste.
That wasn't as exciting.
No.
And then our mouths were just all bloody like Stefan's. All right, what are we talking about? Everything is always about Stefan. Damon says, we're predators, not puppies.
This is Damon talking to Elena.
Yeah, he's on a delusional wagon that he repeatedly falls off of. And Elena's like, when we were in love, he drank a little of her blood every day.
Yeah, a little bit of me and he was okay.
Micro-dosing Elena. That sounds like a Sundance movie from the early 90s. Mm-hmm. Micro-dosing Elena.
Yeah, what is that actually?
Say anything about it, and I could probably pull it.
I don't know. The way you said it, like, almost made me think of exactly what it was. Like, Desperately Seeking Susan.
Yeah, I don't know much about that one.
Me neither, but that's the title.
Microdosing Elena. Starring...
It's the same amount of syllables, right? Microdosing Elena. Desperately Seeking Susan.
Was it one off or it was the same?
I think it was the same.
All right, let's cast Microdosing Elena.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm forgetting her name now. The comedian who's a lady and she's like low key. She's in Romeo and Michelle's high school reunion. Garofalo. Microdosing Elena. Janine Garofalo as Elena. She moves to the Pacific Northwest and meets some guy who's like trying to microdose shrooms.
Yeah.
She's trying to fall in love with him, but he's starting to shroom out a little bit.
Who would that be?
I mean, I love Ben Stiller. He was kind of an indie darling around then.
Mm-hmm. I could see that.
But Owen Wilson, maybe? A very young Owen Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
Against type, like, I mean, not against type for him, but like Garofalo and Owen Wilson, you don't really picture them as a couple necessarily.
Mm-hmm. I can see it.
Who would direct it, Ash?
Oh my gosh. You.
When I was like 6 years old.
I just want to say that I'm impressed with myself that I was able to pull that connection based on the number of syllables I heard in my ear.
It's very smart.
I didn't know I could do that.
You should go on some kind of game show where they do that exact thing.
That one specific thing.
Ash, get Garofalo on the phone. We have a picture for her.
Oh, yeah.
Wes Anderson could hook it up. All right. Bonnie is back.
In the episode.
Yeah, where's she at? Is she at her house or something? Caroline comes over.
She's in Hotlanta.
Oh, with her ma? Mm-hmm. The hospital had a blood drive. Caroline's favorite blood is B positive.
Of course.
Bonnie made her mom a daylight ring, so Bonnie can just do that whenever she wants.
Yeah, she's a witch.
Her mom isn't taking it well.
She's a Bennett witch.
She's fingering the bird bath.
She's so sad to be a vampire, not a witch. I mean, what would you rather be, vampire or witch? Like, I know you like vampires better, but which one would you rather be?
Probably a witch, because especially these witches seem like they die and stuff. Mm-hmm. I'm not trying to be walking around for my whole life.
I would definitely rather be a witch.
Like, you get to do magic.
You can do so many more things and just be like, I'm hungry all the time. That's annoying.
I already do that.
And I can't sleep or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, and you get to do you get to live a regular amount of time and do magic the whole time.
Yeah. So I would be mad if I was a witch and then now I have to be a vampire. You're like, what? Ugh.
As a vampire, you wouldn't get to do one of my favorite things, which is go to see a matinee. I mean, it would...
Unless you had a daylight ring.
Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. But if you didn't, it would have to be like a real rainy day with the sun not out or something.
Yeah, or you could always walk with an umbrella, be one of those people. An umbrella and the sun guy.
I know, but what if it was windy also and it blew the umbrella up and then all of a sudden you're just like... like everyone's seeing you? Like, first of all, they're like, embarrassing.
And they're also like, yikes.
And then they're like, ah. That would happen.
Right.
She can't feel anything anymore. Not even her garden. Witches have a connection to the earth. Mm-hmm. But she's not a witch anymore. Bonnie then shows about connections to nature by chanting a flower.
Yeah. I like how you just described the scene. Chanting a flower.
And she doesn't know how to help her mother.
No. She doesn't really know her mom, first of all.
Yeah.
And then... How many times are witches turned to vampires? Not often. So
I can only think of a handful in my life.
And she's like, whatever, like 16 years old. Mm-hmm. Like, of course she doesn't know what to do.
No. Okay. They're rebuilding the Wickery Bridge on the outskirts of town.
All right. Now that you know what happens in this episode with the Wickery Bridge.
Yes.
Did you see them highlight, like, little piles of wood in this scene? It was like, pile of wood, pile of wood, pile of wood. It was just so much, like...
Not at all. The only thing I heard them talk about that Alaric was going to bring the sign. Why? Is he a carpenter also? I know...
He's a historian.
Yeah, so
they make him do the heavy lifting historian stuff.
Right. So that was weird. They were like, Alaric, bring the sign. And then full-time mayor... Lockwood, no longer interim, was giving a speech or talking to somebody, and there was a big picture of the sign that Alaric had not brought behind her on a big poster.
Yeah, they were setting up the sign to be the big thing.
Yeah, well...
What's it called again? The whatever gun thing?
Oh, Chekhov's gun?
Yeah.
Or the MacGuffin?
Oh, yeah, right. Those are the same. Those are both bad names, I think.
Similar. Similar ideas, but not really the same.
Okay.
But
we don't have to get into it.
What about Chekhov's MacGuffin?
All right.
What about Ronald Chekhov's McMuffin?
Perfect.
That's a thing.
That's what this is, the sign.
The sign is Ronald McChekhov's McMuffin.
You added an extra Mick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rebecca is there. Alaric and Damon and Meredith Fell are
Can
there
we
too.
just talk about how pretty, who did you say?
Rebecca?
Rebecca is.
She is.
Every
agree.
time I look at her, I just am like, how can your face exist? She is gorgeous. I cannot get over it. She's the prettiest one in the show. Sorry, ladies, but I don't know.
I think
she's
that
just like a angel face.
I think that at least so far, yeah, she's the prettiest lady.
She's so pretty.
Somerhalder is the prettiest man / possibly overall in the show.
I would agree that he's prettier than Paul, but Paul's more my type.
And Rebecca, yeah.
She's so pretty.
Yep.
I just been like, we could be on mute and nothing can be really happening, and I'll just look at her.
Yeah, I mean, we don't really watch it on mute, but...
No, but I'm saying I could. That would be entertaining enough for me. She's so pretty, I can't handle it. Okay,
there we
on.
go. Hey, we have similar ideas about things. Damon says Alaric is a psycho killer as a joke, but he's also kind of serious. Mm-hmm. Just kidding, but seriously.
Yeah, that was funny.
Mayor Lockwood is there, as I said. The restored Wickery Bridge, we talked about this, and then there's a picture of the sign on the poster. Mm-hmm. And I said, why was he in charge of it? Because he's a historian. Historians are always in charge of signs.
Historical signs.
Is it an old sign?
Yeah, it's the original sign.
Oh, so they
They said that you were going to restore it and bring it. And he's like, I didn't do that. I've been murdering people.
Yeah.
So I've been busy.
Damon sees Sage. We met Sage like last episode or something.
In flashback.
Sage, she was around in the flashback and now she's in the present. Mm-hmm. She's just passing through. Rebecca confronts them and there's tension. There's herstory there.
Yeah, because Rebecca had said that like she was like a big slut or something like the last episode.
Oh yeah. Back at Elena's mansion. Mm-hmm.
He's still no one else in the whole world says that.
I haven't seen. I saw her sign the deed. To my knowledge, that has not changed yet.
You're right, but every other human who watched this show forgot about that because it was like even worthless in the one episode that she became the owner of the mansion.
Yeah, she became the owner, and then like
immediately invited the vampires.
Yeah,
in.
everyone started getting invited in.
And even when she enters, she's like, She should be like, this is my house.
Yeah, Damon, you get a different bedroom because I want this one because of the bathroom.
The nice bathroom. Mm-hmm.
Stefan is drinking blood, but then kind of like plays it off, right?
Mm. Yeah, he's embarrassed in front of Elena.
And he just like pops it over. She came by to pick up the Samantha book.
Yeah, another gurnal.
Yeah. It's all like, oh, it's 1912 and I'm a woman in this city.
That's Samantha. You know what Samantha I was thinking of? A book named Samantha that I have read. Mm-hmm. American Girl doll. I think she's the original American Girl doll.
Wow, I don't know.
I think. But those are good books. There's new versions of the books, but like the old ones that were like white, they were kind of thin chapter books. Mm-hmm. Those were good. You never read those?
American Girl doll, the book?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't read any of those books. Mm-hmm. I'm familiar.
But they were historical, so they were interesting.
There was a...
I'll show you what it looks like.
There was a movie of one of the American Girl dolls who her last name was a popular street out here.
I think it's Kittredge.
Oh, that could be it. Because I was like, this means nothing to me. And then I was like, oh, like Ace Ventura. I was like, is this like Ace Ventura? That's a street out here. And someone's last name. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Timmy Sepulveda, you know.
Yeah, here's what the books looked like originally. Meet Samantha. It's like white. Oh, man. Now that's a new one. But there was like a whole variety of these.
I'm an American girl.
She's from 1904, so not that different.
I'm an American girl in 1904, but I'm very modern in a lot of ways, like in the bedroom.
Oh, gosh.
Isn't Samantha that one?
Yeah, in Sex and the City, yeah.
Okay.
That's the only one you know?
Miranda also has attributes about her and probably a different voice. I know Carrie likes shoes. We've talked about this before, I think. Mm-hmm. The Samantha book. They're cordial to each other, Ash. Stefan and Elena.
I was right, by the way. Kit Ridge.
Nice.
Okay.
And I was right as well. Ace Ventura. 2.
And Kittredge Avenue or whatever.
Timmy Sepulveda. Carl Kawenga.
Where we're at?
Trevor Tahunga. She's trying to get the Samantha book.
Oh, yeah. And she's making it totes Ock with the blood.
Yeah, and Stefan's like, you don't have to read that book. I can give you all the spoilies.
Mm-hmm. I wanted it to be like a time lapse, like not a time lapse, but a passage of time, and then it cuts to them like they're sitting on the couch and having a chat, and he's like telling her about his times back when he knew about the Samantha, but he just tells her in like one sentence.
Yeah, okay.
And it's really like sad and depressing. You're like, oh.
Yeah, he just tells her some real messed up stuff
Yeah.
in like 2 sentences, which, by the way, is Samantha tried to give herself a lobotomy, died at a mental institution, either here or later. He says she killed some other people as well. Mm-hmm. Because of that ring.
Yeah.
Possibly.
That's what they're saying.
And now they're thinking the same thing is happening to Alaric. Mm-hmm. And Elena leaves Stefan to drink his blood.
She's mad. But she used to give him the blood, so.
So we learned that Sage was into Finn.
Yeah.
Into Finn.
Into Finn.
He's her one true love. I didn't really get a good read on good old Finn.
No, he was kind of a low-key guy. He was just like, yeah, I'll die.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he was that one?
Yeah.
Not Kiff or whatever the other one was.
No one's named Kiff.
Scoot or whatever.
Still not. But don't ask me their real names because that
Klaus, Elijah, Finn, Rebecca,
and Trevor.
and Kiff. Turned.
Like, no, I don't know.
Turned her.
So they could spend eternity together.
Yeah. Oh, he turned her. Oh, because he was an OG.
Yeah, he's original.
And then he got daggered.
And she's been waiting for him to wake up for 900 years.
Oh my goodness, it's too long.
It's so long.
That's kind of like on Saturday mornings when I'm waiting for you to wake up.
Right back at you on Sundays.
It's probably like more like 800 years, but still close.
Mm-hmm.
Damon can't figure out what Rebecca wants from Sage. Let's find her weakness and exploit it because she's a girl, Sage said, which I think that's very feminist of her. She's like, girls have weaknesses and you can exploit them.
Oh my gosh. That was a big eye roll for me. I'm like, Sage, you should have more wisdom than that to be like, Damon, remember, she's a girl. We can exploit her weakness because she's a girl.
Well,
instead of being like, all vampires have weaknesses.
Hashtag not all vampires. She's set in her ways. She's old school. Come on.
I know.
No, I thought that was funny. Even like this episode aired in like 2010. 2012. So times have changed a bit even since then. All right, let's see. What does this mean? Cookie shot. Oh, there's a shot of like a cookie table.
Oh yeah. It looked like it was milk and cookies, but it was lemonade and cookies.
I know. Look.
That's not a good combination.
Oh my God. Well, all right, check this out. At picnics and stuff like that, or at sort of these events, I've heard of a lemonade and cookie type scenario, or like at work, I've gotten lemonade and cookies or something like that, which no, they do not go together, but I understand that you could not put out a pitcher of milk.
No, you definitely can't do that.
Just in the daytime.
No.
So maybe
you have to at least have a salty snack. So you can have
I mean, lemonade, go off. Like,
Yeah, but
please.
But do you want lemonade with a salty snack?
No.
Not a
No, yes, I
sweet.
do, yeah.
So you have to add a salty snack in, so at least you can like break it up.
Yeah, you take a bite of cookie, you take a bite of large pretzel,
And
and then
want
lemonade.
Yeah.
Yes, you need large pretzels there.
Yes.
Super pretzels, possibly.
You're talking about soft ones or hard
Soft.
ones?
I could go hard also. But ideally soft. You need one of those like rotisserie rotator
To
racks.
keep it warm.
Yeah, I didn't see a power source, but maybe you could get a little generator going.
Yeah. Well, anyways, they had the lemonade and cookies.
Oh my gosh. And they start on a cookie shot. Damon is hitting on Rebecca, but she suspects his advances are not true.
But she's still interested.
Sage and I have a drink. Can we have a drink back at the house with you? And he's getting all touchy-feely.
Oh, yeah.
Abby's not son guy. I didn't know his name yet, so I said Abby's not son guy from House of Wax. We know his name is Jamie, of course.
Yeah, Jamie.
Is chopping wood. He doesn't like vampires, so he's mad.
He hasn't gone in the house. He's not trying to be with Abby at all.
Elena is calling Caroline. Caroline's down there in Hotlanta. Something terrible is happening to Rick, and they need Bonnie's help.
Yeah. And everyone goes to the rescue for Alaric.
Yeah, they stand up for their creepy history teacher.
Goes to the rescue? What am I saying?
I don't know. That sounds cool. Goes to the rescue. That sounds fun. Alaric is angry. He's looking at the files about his past, arrest warrants or something. He became a vampire hunter to deal with his anger.
I know. But this scene is weird because when he's talking with Meredith Bell about his past, he's like, oh, well, this person deserved it because they hit their girlfriend, and this person deserved it, blah, blah, blah. And she's like listening and like laughing, like, and he's like, and this person deserved it because they were a douche. And she's like, and they're laughing.
Yeah.
I'm like, you think that it's okay for him to be like so violent all the time? Like, and you're just like laughing, like, oh, I'm really into Alaric, he's so cool, and like he just is violent to everyone.
Yeah, it was weird because this was
weird.
10 years ago, but he said this one made a joke about me at the Oscars. It was very strange. But what, he just had a list of all his assaults?
That's what he was looking at, yeah.
Yeah, man, he had a lot of them.
I know. And she thinks it's cute for some reason.
Yeah, and it's funny, he became a vampire hunter to deal with his anger. He was so angry, he kept punching people, and he was like, you know, I can change this into killing vampires to relieve this stress.
Well, remember, like, his wife also was obsessed with vampires and then became
That's
one.
true. That is true. Yeah. He's like, oh, my wife became a vampire, I'm going to start killing vampires.
But actually, I don't think he knew that she was a vampire until after he became a vampire hunter, but he did know that she was obsessed with vampires.
And when he was already a vampire hunter and he found out his wife was a vampire, he was all like, awkward.
Yeah.
Cousin Logan fell. Alaric killed Meredith's cousin.
And
then she was like,
does not care.
She was like, awkward. And
Yeah.
then she just like laughed.
I know. She didn't care at all. She's like, all right, moving on.
She said, yeah, sometimes it's like that. Meredith is like, she just uses vampires' blood and leaves the judgment to everyone else. That's kind of a weird stance also. She's like, hey, look, y'all can judge vampires if you want. Don't come to me. I just use their blood.
Yeah, I just use their blood to save people from dying without their knowledge.
Yeah.
Then if they actually died, they would be turned into vampires, but...
Yeah.
Oh, whoops.
But I don't judge.
Yeah.
Don't come to me judging. Why not put a stake in Damon's heart, she asked, and he tried, but then Damon killed him. Alaric.
Yeah, this was kind of funny. He's
Yeah.
like, yeah, why, if you were going to be a vampire hunter, why wouldn't you kill Damon? 'Cause she's saying because he's, like, annoying and whatever. He's like, I tried. He killed me.
He killed me. It's funny, yeah, when you are many episodes deep in a show to the point that something that was super dramatic in one episode, you can just kind of casually reference.
In, like, two sentences.
Yeah. Exterior, Elena's mansion. Stefan's cool car is there.
Yeah, I missed seeing the exterior shot like that.
Stefan is drinking all the blood down in the basement.
I know.
And he's stress eating, Damon says. And he's like, what did you say to Elena this morning? I'm hungry. And Damon's like, I told her you're a vampire who drinks human blood. Get over it. Like, it's basic.
Yeah, facts.
And also, Damon says he's going to go have a Sage Rebecca sex sandwich. He's going. Mm-hmm. The guy who lives out back who isn't related to Bonnie
Jamie
comes in.
That's how you described him the second time?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's funny.
He's going to help Bonnie. His name is Jamie. Abby sees Jamie. They hug, but Abby wants his blood. They get too close. She hugs him.
Someone should have warned Jamie a little bit, to be honest, because he's, like, so worried. He doesn't want to have anything to do with her. And then he immediately walks inside and gives a super close hug to this very brand new vampire who hasn't even drank blood yet.
Okay, I have a counterpoint, though.
They should have been like, okay, you can go in, tell her you have support, but, like, encourage her to drink the blood, and then maybe you can hug her.
All right, but you sound like Sage. You sound like you're on Sage's ideology.
What?
Because you're victim blaming. Oh, he shouldn't have dressed so provocatively.
No, I'm saying someone else should have.
With that neck exposed.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that someone should have warned him. He didn't know, but Caroline knew.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
I'm not victim blaming.
Mm-hmm. It's all Jamie's fault.
I'm Caroline blaming.
Caroline. Abby bites him. Bonnie squishes her brain, what I used to say, something like that.
That's how you said it.
It's a whole thing.
To make her stop.
Sage has some guy playing the piano.
Yeah.
Sage is drinking the piano player's blood.
Yeah, he's a snack for everybody.
He's playing a B sharp, but he's also B positive. Does that say anything?
That's close.
Damon says Finn is gone. Finn, there's doing a lot of Finn-splaining.
Yeah.
Finn, we're going to talk about Finn. We kind of don't even remember
It's
him.
like the most they've ever talked about him. He's not even there.
Yeah. He's like the fourth most popular original in front of Jeff.
Cole.
Yes. Really?
Yeah, Cole. K-O-L, Cole.
Oh, yeah. I would have named
Did you
him.
almost say Jeff that time?
I said Jeff.
Oh.
I would have named him.
I'm glad I said Cole faster and louder because I would have not been able to think of it again.
Cole. Damon. Okay, Sage doesn't believe that Finn is gone. He's just somewhere. He's just elsewhere.
He just was like, peace out.
Rebecca walks in because, as a woman, she has weaknesses or whatever. She comes in with some old wine from a queen. Damon smirks. They dance. I said Damon has some interesting moves.
Yeah, but that's just how Ian Somerhalder dances.
I think so, because he has some moves like that in Rules of Attraction also.
And earlier in this show. Mm-hmm. And one of his go-to moves when dancing, do you notice this? His palms are open. Most people, when they dance, they have fists. And their hands are closed and stuff. But he's going full flat palms.
I saw a lot of arm movement for sure. Some arm twisting. Mm-hmm. Maybe like one of those like you're going underwater holding your nose type moves. I think he did the fax machine at one point, and maybe the pepper grinder.
Well, we know he can be very expressive with his facial muscles, and now he's going full body.
Yeah, totally. He's in control of his entire instrument. Rebecca and Damon drink the piano player's blood at the same time. Then they kiss. And did I say this? I hope that this is what is said in the show. Did I say Damon is trying to bat a double?
I think you said
That wasn't in the show, was it?
I think you're saying that.
He's trying to bat a double, and I certainly said this. Sage likes to watch.
Oh, yeah.
She's just chilling on the couch.
She's chilling.
Abby is mad that she almost killed Jamie.
Mm-hmm.
Bonnie is trying to help her and make it work. Nothing a little vampire blood can't cure. Jamie is fine. Alaric gives Elena all of his passwords and bank info in case he dies.
That's a serious move.
Yeah, his bank password is password 1234. And his Netflix login
Is Netflix?
is Netflix 69.
All right, keep going.
His Hulu is
No, not that. In that. Keep going with
I
this.
kill vamps. Bonnie. No. Caroline and Bonnie call Elena for a personal item from Alaric.
Right. They need it to do the spell.
And Bonnie is all business. She's got no time for this chit chat.
It's awkward with Elena.
Alaric,
Because they haven't really talked.
it has to be something he wore before
He wore the daylight ring.
he wore the daylight ring.
Oh, not the daylight ring. The Gilbert ring.
So he says another ring, his wedding ring. He's like, before I wore this ring, I guess I wore this other ring.
Yeah, but what is it going to be, like a shirt? Like, what else do you, like, wear, really? Like, consistently?
I mean, I wear several I wear several articles each day.
I know, but it seems like you wash it. It doesn't seem like it holds lots of value.
Yeah, I
Maybe
mean,
it could have been his night guard. That'd been good.
ring for ring. No, it has to be from the distant past.
Yeah, what if it's his old night guard?
Oh, that he doesn't wear? What's going on? Is he grinding?
His middle school retainer.
Damon and Rebecca are in bed. Sage walks in, rubs Rebecca's hair for some reason, goes into the shower. Damon joins her, kind of, I guess, so they can talk without being heard.
Yes.
But also they smooch.
Yeah. Multi-purpose shower.
When Sage kisses Damon, he can read Rebecca's thoughts, or he just flashes back or something.
So when Sage was on the bed, she read Rebecca's thoughts, and then she went to take Damon in the shower, so she could tell Damon what she heard, or whatever, what she saw, and he thought that she was just going to tell him, and she's like, I'd rather show you. And then she's showing him her thoughts, which is what she learned from Rebecca. Is this the first time that they've done this thought-seeing thing?
I think so.
Okay.
There is another white oak ash tree. And Damon has already been looking through the milling records. We know this. Luckily, he has all of them in his library.
They have such a big library.
He grabs the 1912, and it's the Wickery Bridge that was made from the white oak ash tree.
You did not predict it.
No.
It's a good answer, though, I think. The Wickery Bridge is important to the show, so I think that was an interesting piece of information.
Yeah, it's got a connection there. Stefan is at Alaric's loft when Elena shows up. He can't be who she wants him to be right now because he's not in control. He did some digging on Samantha Gilbert, found newspaper articles. She killed 2 people. The violent behavior can happen even if the person isn't wearing the ring anymore.
Uh-oh. Dun, dun, dun.
That's kind of like the Lord of the Rings ring. Because you wear it enough, it starts to get in your mind.
Yikes.
Smeagol.
You act like I remember anything about Lord of the Rings.
My precious. That's Alaric's preciouses. Next, Alaric's going to be eating fish heads and stuff.
Ew. That's part of it?
Smeagol, yeah. Gollum. Smeagol/Gollum.
Oh, yeah. Why does he get 2 names? Oh, because he got 2 personalities.
Yeah, he was Smeagol.
Smeagol was the good one.
Even when they show him as like a more human or hobbity kind of guy, he still wasn't that great.
Oh, he was a hobbit, and then he got all yucky?
Yeah.
What? I never knew that.
Yeah, they show him, speaking of your favorite flashbacks, maybe you don't love the Hobbit flashbacks. Because he was running around with some stringy hair like the rest of them.
Oh, I don't know. I only watched it once so long ago.
Fel and Alaric haven't slept in days. And I was like, when he falls asleep, does he kill? That's the kill zone. And I said, he's a reverse Freddy. Mm-hmm. Because in Freddy...
Other people are asleep, right?
When people fall asleep, that's when Freddy can kill.
Yeah.
So I guess it's the same.
No.
When Alaric falls asleep, he starts killing. When other people fall asleep, Freddy starts killing.
Yeah, it's opposite.
He's shooting out all the tranquilizers so he doesn't sleep. Alaric. He goes and finds the liquid and shoots out all...
I didn't think it was because he doesn't sleep. I thought it was like Meredith's like protection, as if he started to kill people, she could hit him with the tranquilizers.
Oh, okay. And he just wants to kill people.
Yeah.
Damon is burning the 1912 milling documents. Mm-hmm. He knows. No one else can know now.
I know. They always try to just get rid of stuff and they burn it. I'm like, but why?
The wood
She finds out anyways.
stripped from the bridge can kill the OGs. Sage doesn't like Damon knowing that info because Finn is in trouble because all the OGs are linked. So if he killed Rebecca, Finn would die. Yeah,
so at first she's like, well, I don't want you to have the white oak trees, wood from the Weary Bridge, because you could kill Finn with it, or someone could. But later she finds out that not only is that dangerous, but actually that if one original dies, they all die because they're linked. So Damon, you didn't mention it yet, but he made a promise that they would kill Rebecca and not Finn. Mm-hmm. But that's impossible because they're linked, and he didn't tell her that. He didn't tell her the whole truth, which is a Damon thing to do.
Yeah, and did I already say that these OGs are like Christmas lights?
No.
When one goes out, they all go out?
Oh, that's funny.
And it seems like Damon has screwed in a couple of these lights. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that makes sense. All right. Okay, they immediately make a deal that Damon won't kill Finn. Like,
right.
Even though he's not around anyway, and we don't even know if he exists anymore. Elena wants to help Alaric, but it may be too late. Stefan says not everyone can be saved. Mm-hmm. Elena won't give up on either Stefan or Alaric. Alaric has pictures of his victims.
Yeah, they found a creepy drawer.
Even Alaric has some journals.
Mm-hmm.
Damon looks for Sage, but she's not there. It's just like a quick scene. She's like, She's not there. Elena finds a Jeremy Gilbert file. Her own brother.
Yeah, it's a ginormous file.
If anything happens to me, carry on my work.
Mm-hmm. And it's a list of the founders.
Yeah, a hit list. A weird note to Jeremy, a hit list.
So weird.
And she does find the wedding ring.
Yeah.
Also. Mm-hmm. In the
aspirin bottle.
Yeah. Fel can't find anything in the house, in Elena's house. Alaric is stalking around. They're talking about sandwiches. Fel hates mustard.
Yeah, me too.
So good. Alaric is being creepy. Ash says there's a Dutch angle going on.
Yeah.
Alaric has a big knife.
And of course I remembered exactly what it was called.
Yep, she said that. He's being very anti-vampire. Mm-hmm. He slices at Meredith, but she runs. Very Scream-ish.
Yeah, totally.
Williamson.
Mm-hmm.
She runs upstairs, runs in the bathroom.
She thankfully is able to lock herself in.
On one side, he comes in the other side. She stabs his hand with a scissor. Mm-hmm. Rebecca is now at Wickery burning some wood on that bridge. Mm-hmm. Damon is mad. Sage is there. Sage set him up. Oh, the OGs are linked. One dies, they all die. They're like Christmas lights. One goes out, they all go out.
And Damon's like, oh.
Since we've never seen Finn and Sage together, it all seems fake, I said.
That is true. They should have had a flashback of them together, or like
Right?
him turning her, or some, I don't know, maybe they did and it got cut. But you're right, it's just like, why do we believe Sage?
I don't. They just didn't hire the actors in the same episode at all.
Yeah.
Damon says Finn doesn't love Sage, and he's going to kill Finn. And then it was funny because the wood was all burning, and you said, couldn't he just get the ash from like right over there?
Yeah. I still think that.
Like
I always think that. It's like...
Rebecca's doing the work for you right now.
Of course you need the dagger, which that makes it a little bit more complicated, because you have to put the dagger in the white oak ash, and a non-supernatural person has to do this killing.
Yeah, but just...
So it'd be way easier to just make a stake out of the wood. Then anyone can use it, and you know, you can make lots of stakes or whatever. So
yeah.
I understand wanting the wood more than the ash, but like at least take the ash.
Yeah, just have a pocket full of ash.
Yeah.
Come on.
Doesn't everyone want a pocket full of ash?
Of course. Stefan and Elena are back at Elena's house, non-mansion. There's blood and broken stuff all over. Alark is being creepy and lying.
I know, but he did have kind of a good story.
Yeah, he said he dropped the cup or whatever. Mm-hmm. Did Stefan catch up with you? Did you get my ring? No and no.
Yeah, Elena's also lying.
Elena sees the bloody knife. Stefan whooshes in, puts Alark to sleep. Mm-hmm. I don't think he kills him, he just chokes him out.
Yeah.
Stefan is creeped. They go upstairs
and when Stefan's creeped, did you know why?
I mean, in a moment. In that moment, I don't know why.
Yeah, he's like, because he can smell the blood.
Okay, that's what I was going to say. Okay, yeah. They go upstairs and Fel is stabbed and Stefan gets H for B. Mm-hmm. But then feeds her blood. The irony.
Yeah.
He's like, I want this blood. Here's some of my blood. Alark wakes up.
Oh, wait, hold on. We have to talk about this scene.
Right.
So this is the first time that Meredith Fel and Stefan Salvatore have been in a scene together since Meredith has been a character on the show. Mm-hmm. And at the time, they were married.
What?
And this is the first scene they had together, which was so funny because I kept being like, they're married, but they're not even in the same like storyline at all. Mm-hmm. But then, yeah, their first scene together, he gets H for B, and then she sucks his wrist.
Yeah, and she also does it a little sensually with her lips. She's like,
Yeah, little duck lip action.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's interesting.
They're no longer married, FYI, but
no,
the same.
But yeah, that's cool. They got to overlap, unlike Finn and Sage. I believe them more than Finn and Sage storyline. Alark wakes up. Damon is babysitting him. Bonnie did a spell to keep the killer in him at bay because Bonnie can do everything.
And they don't even show her making the daylight ring for her mom or doing the spell. Nothing.
No. He's got an alter ego bent on killing council members.
That's what Damon says, right?
And Alark is worried about Meredith. Bonnie visits Elena. Abby says the dying and coming back made the darkness easier to take hold for Alark. Mm-hmm. He needs to take herbs twice a day, which, hey, I know a lot of people do that, if you know what I'm saying.
But she gives him this, like, jar with, like, these giant plants inside. Uh-huh. Like, what is he? Is he supposed to make tea out of them? He's supposed to just chew these herbs, bake it? I don't know.
I think probably
they should give some more instructions.
Yeah, you kind of like put it in a grinder and then maybe put in like a
little white piece of paper.
Maybe like, yeah, either that or like a pipe made of glass or something like that. The herbs. Abby and Bonnie are going to work on the garden. The transition is hard, but she'll be okay. Bonnie is going to stay with her. You said Bonnie never goes to school.
No. She's like, well, I'm just going to stay with my mom, build a garden.
Hey, maybe it's spring break.
I mean, none of them really go to school enough.
Bonnie hugs Elena. does she forgive her?
Mm-hmm.
Please say... I said, does she forgive her? And then immediately it said, please say you forgive me, Elena says.
Oh, that's funny.
Sometimes I'm 1 second ahead of the show.
Yeah.
Elena says, of course she does. Oh, no. Bonnie says, of course she does.
Yeah,
I don't
Bonnie
know.
does.
Someone's forgiven somebody. That's all I know.
Bonnie said it.
Caroline and Jamie are gardening. Caroline went through the same thing with her dad, but it didn't work out.
I know, and in this line, Caroline is like, some time ago, my dad, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, girl, that was like last week.
Mm-hmm. Well,
You're acting like you lived through it and you processed it and you like had all the things.
No.
No, that like literally just happened.
Abby is now journaling.
Sort of.
She's got a witch's WordPress. Vampire Diary. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, she's not. She's writing a goodbye note or whatever. Mm-hmm. She has to leave. Where's she going, I wondered. Mm-hmm. I wondered aloud. She doesn't know how to be a vampire or a parent.
I know. Caroline calls her on it, though.
Mm-hmm. She ran away before. She has an eternity to make up for it.
Right.
Abby is in denial, and I said Abby is just like this VA Beach mom.
Mm-hmm. So many absent moms in this show.
Totally.
Lots.
Sage would probably have thoughts about that. Strong father figure. Then there's a sad montage, a song with the lyrics in it.
Yeah.
Elena is in her empty giant kitchen, so big.
Oh, yeah, it's so big.
Cut to her nook in her room. Mm-hmm. These girls have these nooks in these rooms.
I would have loved to have that. I wanted one for so long.
I feel like the thought behind this in these shows is like, they're like, all right, the parents are like, all right, just give the girl the room in the attic so we don't have to like see her all the time. She'll be up there in the nook.
Have her feelings in her nook.
It's like on the third story, so maybe she won't sneak out, even though they always do. She calls Jeremy. We see Jeremy. Mm-hmm. He's got a dog that we don't see.
I know.
He's about his dog is named Finn or something, probably. Because we totally believe the dog exists. Have you talked to Alaric lately? Elena asked. No, he has not, but he's going out with friends, also not pictured.
Yeah. So do you believe him of saying he's got these dogs and these friends, or you think it's just weird that they aren't showing it?
I don't know. They're trying to make him seem like he's having a good, well-rounded life with the dogs and friends and such. Mm-hmm. Elena misses him. We do too.
Yeah. Maybe it's Jeremy.
Stefan is drinking Brothers Bond.
Not blood.
Brothers Bond, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's funny, he's toasting to Control. And I do that too. I toast several times in a row to Control. I do that.
That's funny. I'm glad, though, that he can appreciate his success, because when he got H4B, he did not drink her blood. It went away, and he was able to help her. And he said he needed Elena's help. Elena literally did nothing except be there, and I think he just is, like, trying to be good for her and not necessarily good for himself. Mm-hmm. But I think her just being there made him, like, keep himself in check a bit.
Yeah, I think like how Sage likes to watch, he likes for Elena to watch.
Yeah, basically.
Damon comes in, has a historical sign with the white oak from the Wickery Bridge, and he says, "Game's back on, brother. Let's go kill some originals."
How excited was Damon to be having that sign?
He was so excited his eyebrows were going off the charts.
And he said that he sold his anger at the fire. He was like, no, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, yeah.
But he knew he had the sign.
Oh, my goodness.
And, like, it was a little bit unclear. Did he put all this in motion so that they would burn the bridge, so that they would think that there was no wood left and they were safe? But then he knew they had the sign the whole time. And he, you know what I mean? Like, is he, like, playing it like, well, you guys got me. You got all the white oak ash wood. What do you think?
I don't know, Ash. I couldn't tell you.
All right.
An interesting question, though.
I think what I'm saying is right.
I'm going to defer to you at this point.
Good.
Ash, how many fangs?
Ooh, I really liked this episode. I will only tolerate one original at a time per episode.
Mm-hmm. You said you would give 2 fangs once Stefan was less annoying.
I know, but he's definitely improved. He didn't actually do anything annoying to me in this episode.
To you personally?
Yeah.
Ash, okay, go ahead.
I think I'm going to go like 1.98 fangs.
1.98, that's pretty high, okay. I'm going 2 fangs. Mm-hmm. Because you said Rebecca was your favorite. So I give this episode at least 2 fangs. 1 fang for every woman that Damon is trying to
For every...
get in the shower or whatever.
I was going to say for every girl crush, though that would only be 1 fang.
Mm-hmm. Ash, Pete-dictions. Damon is in a powerful spot. He has the white oak sign. Alaric, his murderous intentions are at bay for the moment. Mm-hmm. Abby, did she run away, right?
Yeah.
Jamie, we know that he's going to meet up with Padalecki and go to a haunted wax museum.
Ugh, yeah.
We know that's in store for him.
Do you think Alaric is chill now with his spell?
He might be chill for like an episode, but that might tie into this end of the season. He might start killing. Oh, is he going to maybe like go after Meredith Fell? I feel like we might see him cross over into an alter ego zone where he's like, I have a different personality now. Mm-hmm. He might lose control. That would be interesting. Give him a little range. Ooh, I wonder if Jeremy comes back for a hot minute at the end.
Not just on the phone, you mean?
Yeah.
Back to Mystic Falls.
Yeah, maybe he saves the day at some point.
MFV, Mystic Falls, Virginia.
Mm-hmm, VA. MFVA. Mm-hmm. The bros, they like to have a good adventure together. They like to have a task at hand.
Mm-hmm. I like when they are on the same team, like, for real.
Yeah, so there might be some of that. Elena is obviously leaning more towards Stefan territory. Mm-hmm. Bonnie, she'll probably take another couple eps off.
We didn't see Matt or your buddy Ty.
Oh, my buddy Ty. Ty, he's on the lam. Who even knows where that guy's at? He's being hybrid sired all over the place or something. Matt's at the grill. We weren't at the grill at all this episode. That was crazy.
No, but there was a flashback scene at the grill.
Oh.
When they showed Rebecca talking to Mayor Lockwood.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, lots going on. A couple more episodes of this season.
Setting up some things, maybe tying up some things. I just like that. I don't know why, but I really like that the Wickery Bridge was made from the white oak tree.
Yeah, is this the Wickery Bridge chapter we're in now?
No.
Okay. A definite no. All right, Ash, if you want... Hey, I'm going to say this. If you want merch, go over to TeePublic and search for High Dive, or go to the link in the show's notes. But look, if you want the forbidden logo, you got to DM me, and I'll put it up for like a day or whatever, and you can buy it, and then I'll take it back down.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. Because, I mean, this stuff is legit. It looks great.
It looks great.
So do that if you want the merch. Buy my books and stuff like we talked about. And really just tell your friends, listen to the podcast. Do all that stuff. Follow at High Dive Publishing on Instagram. That's the main spot.
And also, rate, review the podcast, all those podcasting things that people do.
Yeah, do the podcast stuff. You're listening to a podcast, do the podcast stuff.
Yeah, totally. Good night.